All right, so you're having a kidney stone. You got all this pain. You want to put yourself in a ball. You want to wrap your arms, get on your bed, wrap your arms or on the floor, but it doesn't matter. Wrap your arms around your knees, pull them towards you tight. I know I'm showing yoga pictures, but just you get the idea. And try and find a position that takes away that pain. Relieve that pain just a little bit. For some reason, it works on me. I bring my legs, my knees towards my chest, and it takes away the pain. You can do this face down, or you can do it on your back. You're just trying to find a position where you can ease that pain just a little bit. Maybe you'll fall asleep, maybe not. Maybe you're doing this on the way to the hospital to get pain medicine. Maybe you don't have insurance. You've had a kidney stone before and you want to just stay home and ride it out. You can do this. Maybe you just lean against a wall just a little bit so you can kind of relax. I do it a bunch of different positions, but always, pulling my legs, my knees towards me because for some reason it takes away that pain. So I've had about 11 kidney stones. I had 4 in 1 week. So this is what I do. I don't have insurance. I don't run to the hospital. First time I had one, I did go to the hospital. It took forever for me to go there, paced around in the parking lot and all that stuff. But it was like a knife being stabbed into me, into my kidney, into the front, my lower side, right in my gut. I hear for women, it's like for women, it's a different feeling. It comes from it's like the back. It's like a pencil being in the back, stuck in your back or something, lower back. But for me, it's always been a knife right in the side. And it's always been dehydration that caused it. So I never drank enough water. And I ended up doing what they tell you not to do. I drink right when I know I'm having a kidney stone. It sort of comes on like a little sting and like something's pointing you. And it's like, oh, no. And I drink a couple glasses of water. Hopefully I get rehydrated. And, I'm just going to have to tough it out. One time it happened to me while I was working outside. I just kept on working because I knew what it was. It was the week where I had 4. So it was the 2 days later after the first one. And I just I know what it is. And I'm just going to keep working. It was hilarious because I'm in so much pain and I'm out mowing this yard. Kind of feel like a tough guy. Then I got home and I put myself in a ball and now you know what I do. So this is what I do. I think I do take Advil, not aspirin. Aspirin thins the blood, so you don't want that. So I did take some Advil and drink a couple glasses of water. It helps, but it did help. Anything to help you kind of mentally is good too. Anyways, I was looking this stuff up on YouTube. I couldn't find any other videos. It was like, I got to tell people there is maybe for you can find a position to put your body in that will relieve the pain a little bit. Because it's actually the worst pain in the world. It's like a knife being stabbed into your side, into your gut, and it doesn't stop. It's just it's like they're just jamming it into you. The knife is slowly going into you and it never stops. Maybe it's going out your back, but it just keeps on coming in the front. And women, it's apparently the opposite. It comes through the back. Anyways, put yourself in a ball. You can do it face down, face up. Maybe you can lean against the wall a little bit. Anything to take away just a little bit of that pain. You want to ride it out at home. You don't have insurance. Maybe you want to put yourself in a ball while somebody drives you to the hospital or the doctor. Yeah, the first time I went, I didn't know what I was having. Something's sticking to me. I just dropped to the ground. I was at my house and I'm just laying flat on the floor. I don't know what is going on with me. I was like, what is going on with me? This is the worst pain I've ever felt. What I should have done, what I know years later. So I'll give this the greatest medical advice you can have to anybody. Any kind of pain or sickness you ever have, you want to talk to your parents first. You want to ask them if they've had these symptoms, if they've had that. It'll save you so much time. Like foods to avoid, ask your parents what kind of foods they avoid that make them sick or whatever. That'll save you all kinds of time too. So anyways, I didn't know what I was going through. I went to the went to the emergency room. It was in the middle of the night. And I paced around in the parking lot. I was like, I don't want to go in. I did that for like 15, 20 minutes. I finally go inside. And then it turns out my, at the time, the boss I had, he didn't pay for, or he didn't renew my insurance, which I found out. So the nurse went and checked me in. She's like, you don't have insurance. I do have insurance. Here's my little card. She's like, no, it's expired or it's no good anymore. I'm like, it is good. I'm a respectable person. You can trust me. I have insurance. I found out later that they would have set me right in as soon as you give them a credit card, then they'll let you right in. I was lucky enough to be, don't worry about that. Oh, anyways, I'm trying to get in. This nurse or the lady at the front won't let me in or bring out a doctor to me. And I'm going insane after like 2 minutes of this. Like, I have insurance. What is going on? Let's get this going. Let me talk to the doctor. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm dying. I probably didn't say I was dying, but I didn't know what was going on. So I'm getting angry with her. I'm about this. I'm looking at her monitor on her computer, and I just want to pick it up and smash it. And then this dad comes in, and he's carrying his daughter, and she's like having all these spasms and stuff, and he's carrying her in, and I step out of the way. I'm fine. So, I was in so much pain. It's like, you know what? I'm not that. I'm not doing that. Even though her spasms, I doubt she was in pain like me, but she was completely out of it, and spasms, painful to look at. So yeah, I'm fine. Go ahead. I didn't say that. I just moved out of the way. Felt embarrassed. I wanted to leave. Anyways, finally they do send a doctor out to check on me, and and it was worse. And that's why I'll never go back to the emergency room for a kidney stone, especially since I know what it is now. I know what it feels like, because they would give me a shot of morphine, and they would, would last like 20 minutes, and then it would wear off. So the pain would just come right back. I mean, just stab. It's like I'm getting stabbed all over again. It's like I went to the hospital, I got stitched up, got pain medicine, walk out the front door, and some guy just stabs me right in the gut again. And it's like, what? So I went through that like 3 times. So the pain just goes away, and you're just, oh, thank you. Oh, I'm exhausted. I didn't even know I was exhausted. Oh. And then it just comes right back. I went through that like 3 times. I was there for like 3 hours. And it was like, and they charged me like $1,800. Woo! So I don't ever want to do that again. So the next time I got it, I know what I did the next time. Next time I got it, I had a couple shots. Or I drank a couple glasses of water, did a couple shots, started drinking beer, and just cranked up the music, started dancing around. A friend of mine told me, hell, he was like, you could hit a bump in the road on the way to the hospital. Maybe it'll knock it loose or something, anything. Otherwise, you're just going to lay on your back in agony and just be in agony. It's the worst feeling in the world. So the second time I had a little party, and it lasted like 3-4 hours. I don't know. And then years went by, and then I had these phases where I just had them just hit me in the summertime. It was just so bad because I was dehydrated, not drinking enough water. Not drinking enough water because, I was outside working, and I didn't want to just slam water constantly and have to go find a restroom or something like that. So I only drank enough water to get by, and that apparently was not enough water, and the kidney stones just hit me with a little bit of calcium. And I was still drinking a lot of milk back then. So that's one thing I have done. I've stopped drinking the milk. It's the milk. So I used to drink a glass of milk every day, and pepper jack cheese every chance I got. Just buy that big old block in the store. So I don't eat unnecessary dairy. No more yogurt. Don't get to eat it. I don't take cheese off the burger. If it's already on the food at a restaurant, maybe I have a little bit of cheese at home too. But I just I just don't overdo the dairy and the calcium. Because you can even get calcium in your eardrum, and that just completely throws off your balance. And whatever that thing is called. So I don't cut back on the calcium. Drink all kinds of water. And, anyways, but I don't do that now. Now I just, one time I just kept on working because I knew what it was, and I sort of gotten used to it. It was that week I had 4 kidney stones in 7 days. Maybe it was 8 days. That's what it was. It was 8 days. 4 kidney stones in 8 days. It was terrible. The second time that week, I just kept working. I was like, well, I might as well finish working. Kept working for like 2 hours. It's hilarious. I was in so much pain. Anyway, so now what I do, hopefully it's not going to happen again, but if it did happen again, I would drink a couple glasses of water. Maybe you're not supposed to do this. For some reason, they tell you, no, don't drink water. Don't drink anything. Yeah, whatever. I'm not a doctor, but this works for me. I drink a couple glasses of water and I put myself in a ball. And you put yourself in a ball and you face down or you face up or you're against the wall or you like these yoga pictures I'm showing. And you just pull your legs towards your chest, your knees towards your boobs. And you try and find some way to relieve the pain. And it takes away the pain enough to where it doesn't really bother me. I mean, it's still there, but it's since I figured this out, that I've done the same thing each time. I'll be like, after a while, I'll be like, doesn't seem to hurt as much anymore. Did it go away? And I'll ease up for a little bit, and I was like, it's still there. It's still there. So it just relieves you enough. And the first time I ever had one, I mean, you feel on top of the world when it passes, when it goes away. I mean, it is just the best feeling in the world. The first time I ever had one, so I went to the emergency room, and then later on when I got home, maybe I slept for an hour or so, not long. I had like a golf tournament. It was like a Monday morning golf tournament at like 8 a.m. Some charity or something. And I go to the first tee, and I just feel so good. I mean, I feel so happy to be alive, because when you're in that kind of pain and then it ends, it's just, you're on top of the world. It's the greatest feeling ever. I'm so happy. So I get to the first tee, and they got all these ice chests with beer, and it's like, oh yeah, I know it's 8 a.m. Sunday morning or something like that. I don't know what day it was. Could have been Monday morning. Like a lot of tournaments are Monday. But anyways, it's 8 a.m. Usually I'm gonna turn down beer in the morning, maybe on the second 9. But today it was like, oh yeah, just got hammered, had a blast, so much fun. Anyways, now, so if it did happen today, right now, if it just hit me right now, I would start poking at it. I'd be like, what is going? No. Maybe this is just a little thing. No. Let me have a couple glasses of water. And then if it just hit me where I just wanted to, just give up, be in agony, I would put myself in a ball and wait for it to pass. I'd probably take, 1 Advil an hour, something like that. And drink some water. Probably wouldn't party. Probably wouldn't have beer or shots, because that's not really going to help. It'll help mentally, though, so maybe it would help. But anyways, I would put myself in a ball and try and find a position that took away the pain, just relieve the pain just a little bit, because if you can do that, then you can manage. Maybe you want to go to the hospital, go to the hospital. If you never had one before, you don't know what's going on with you, go to the hospital. Maybe you put yourself in a ball on the way to the hospital. Anyways, I put myself in a ball. I do it face down. I do it face up. I do it leaning against the wall while I'm on my bed. And then hopefully eventually I'll pass out. Probably won't fall asleep until the pain actually goes away. But if the pain starts to just go away a little bit, then I would probably pass out or fall asleep. Wake up a few hours later and be like, oh, thank you. And still be exhausted. Because I think what happens is you don't really get to celebrate when it's over, because you're so exhausted during the whole thing. So you'll be in a ball, just in pain for hours and hours, and it would finally pass. And you'd be so out of it at the time that you would just fall asleep. You wouldn't get to celebrate and go, woohoo! Ha ha! So I was about to say, I hope that works for you, but I know it's going to work for you. You're going to find some way to put pressure on there, some way to lean on it, pull your legs towards you, and be cool, man. See ya.